The journey to statehood and the development of our capital began with a pioneering spirit that included thoughtfulness, perseverance, appreciation for and adoption of the most modern engineering available, all reflected here in our historic State House. Welcome to the Utah State Capitol. The territory of Utah was created in 1850, and the need for a capital city and a building for the government to operate within was rapidly growing. Fillmore, the most geographically central city in the territory, was selected as the original capital location. In 1855, a portion of the Fillmore Capitol building was completed, and one full legislative session was held there. As development in Salt Lake City increased and accommodations and facilities in rural Fillmore were limited, Utah's capital city was moved to Salt Lake City. The search for a new Capitol building site was underway. Here, where the Capitol building stands, used to house arsenal storage for 4 Salt Lake gunpowder companies. However, in 1876, a massive explosion occurred, leading to the relocation of the storage, and the land became available for an alternate use. 22 years later, it was determined that this location was ideal for a future state house. Utah became the 45th state of the Union in 1896, with a population of over 200,000 people. In 1909, Utah's third governor, William Spry, assembled a group of 7 to create the Capitol Commission and build a state house. 1 year later, funds from an estate tax of Union Pacific Railroad President Edward Harriman's estate and a bond from the legislature were designated to fund the new building. In 1911, the commission's work included a consultation with the Olmsted brothers of Brooklyn, who also developed plans for New York's Central Park and the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. Olmsted emphasized expanding the lot and protecting the view of the Capitol from the Salt Lake Valley. In August of that year, the Capitol Commission finalized a competition for the building's design, and 24 firms were invited to submit proposals. 8 firms participated, and on March 13, 1912, Richard K. A. Kletting's design was selected. Kletting's design was distinguished and functional. It incorporated modern technologies and sourced many of the materials locally. He designed the building in a neoclassical revival style and adorned it with many meaningful symbols. As he intended, it has served the people of Utah for generations. The groundbreaking for the Capitol took place on December 26, 1912. Less than 2 years later, a cornerstone ceremony was held with crowds of over 2,000 people witnessing the event. After 3.5 years of construction, the building was completed and the Utah State Capitol was dedicated on October 9, 1916, ready to serve the people of Utah. The next building added to Capitol Hill was Council Hall, formerly located at 110 South and State Street. It served as Salt Lake City Hall and as a meeting space for Utah's territorial government. It was relocated to the south end of the hill in 1948 and now houses the Utah Office of Tourism. Less than 2 decades later, to accommodate the growing need for workspaces, the State Office Building was added to the grounds. In 1980, the White Memorial Chapel was carefully added to the hill, relocated from 2nd Avenue and A Street in Salt Lake City, keeping its original elements such as the steeple and Gothic windows intact. The chapel now serves as a venue for events, including weddings. The legislature created the Capitol Preservation Board in 1998 to care for the Capitol. The board began the process of evaluating the Capitol building and determined the need for a restoration and the addition of seismic protection. In 2002, the East Senate building and the West House building were added. These buildings provided office and meeting spaces for the legislature in advance of the restoration. The Capitol restoration took place from 2004 to 2008. The project included preserving the historic nature of the Capitol, restoring artwork, adding new artwork, and installing a sophisticated system to protect the building in the event of an earthquake. During the restoration, 433 new Yoshino cherry trees were planted or replaced on the oval memorial pathway surrounding the Capitol, continuing the tradition of flowering trees on Capitol Hill. For a few weeks in early spring, beautiful blossoms draw thousands of visitors each year. Along the memorial pathway, Visitors will see a broad collection of monuments, plaques, and statuary dedicated to prominent people and events in Utah's history. The first monument added to the grounds was the Mormon Battalion Monument, commemorating the sacrifices made by hundreds of Mormon pioneers who volunteered during the Mexican-American War. From the Utah Law Enforcement Memorial to the statue of Dr. Martha Hughes Cannon, guests enjoy taking in the sights of the Capitol grounds. Thousands of events are hosted at the Capitol each year. Brides and grooms celebrate their new lives together in the stunning spaces, such as the Rotunda and the outdoor plazas. The Rotunda is decorated with a Christmas tree in wintertime and patriotic bunting for state holidays and special occasions throughout the year. As the People's House, the Capitol is also a setting for legislative gatherings, political rallies, and naturalization ceremonies. During a visit to the interior of the Capitol, guests may view spaces for all three branches of government, a stunning rotunda, remarkable artwork, and so much more. Towering at 165 feet above the rotunda floor is the beautiful skyscape mural. The chambers for the Senate and House of Representatives, as well as the Supreme Court, feature historic and modern artwork, as well as decorative designs. The State Reception Room, or Gold Room, used by the executive branch, is a must-see with furnishings from around the world. Enjoy these and other historic spaces and the stories that go with them during your visit to the Utah State Capitol.